love what we doing, ain't nowhere around. Started from the ground, always gotta hold it down. Now they think they got it cause they sign up on a data, but there's only so much money in the year that is allotted. Plus you probably don't even know how it is divided.
What's up, people of YouTube? This is Twirler here, bringing you guys another video to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about some maps within Infinite Warfare. I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 favorite maps from Infinite Warfare, and with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of criticism about the maps in Infinite Warfare. I think for the most part, the maps in this game are very, very bad. Now, I was able to come up with 3 maps that I genuinely like, and then the last 2 I had to kind of sift through and see like, oh, well, I kind of like this map. It's not too bad. So the first 2 maps might come as a surprise, especially one of them, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this to you right now. So at number 5, the first map that we have here, the one that I just kind of like, I think it just beats the rest of the others slightly, is Scorch. So Scorch is, you know, it looks really similar to a couple of the other maps, but I like the way it flows. I like the layout. I feel like being a heavy AR player, it worked really well for my play style. I could really hold down a certain area or slowly push up through one side of the map, and there's a few long hallways and long lines of sights that really tend to work for me as a player, and that's why I chose Scorch as number 5. Moving on to number 4, we have Genesis, which is basically a Dome remake. I don't think the map works all that well in Infinite Warfare, but I think it's still better than the rest of the maps in the game. It's definitely an SMG heavy map. I think that's the style it works best with. I don't think that using an assault rifle is all that effective unless you're really sitting in the corners of the map or the very far edges, picking off people who are just kind of running towards you. And Genesis it's a really nice looking map, I think. I think it looks cool. It's a nice concept, but I don't think it plays I don't even think it plays as well as I can't remember the map, Strike Zone. I don't think it even plays as well as Strike Zone did from Call of Duty Ghosts, which is kind of sad. But I do think the map is fun to play on. With that being said, it just doesn't have the same flow that Dome and Strike Zone had. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, Strike Zone was basically Dome. It was the same exact layout and everything. Moving on to number 3 here, we have Precinct. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. It's kind of confusing. This map is pretty fun to play. Once again, I like the colors. It's bright and it's really easy. You know, you control that middle building, and you kind of have control of the whole map, and I think that adds a lot to it. It makes it feel kind of old school. Like if you remember in Modern Warfare 3, there was a lot of maps that if you just hold down the center area of the map, you kind of hold the whole map down. If you hold the middle, you have control of the map. You can see where people are coming from all directions, and that's pretty much how it works, especially for somebody who likes to run an AR. If your teams are constantly fighting over the middle of the map, it's really nice to be able to like sit back and look down that long hallway and pick people off, and then move to the other side of the map, do the same thing, and it's really nice. It's really easy to tell who's spawning where on that map too, which is something that a lot of the maps in Infinite Warfare kind of lack. It's kind of hard to tell where people are spawning. My thoughts and opinions on these maps will probably change as the game goes on, but right now that's kind of where I stand with Precinct. Once again, I think that's how you say it. Moving on here to number 2, we have Retaliation. And this map just genuinely reminds me of the old school Call of Duty maps. Like, it really, really makes me think of a Modern Warfare 3 map or even a Modern Warfare 2 map. It just has that look, the color, the areas that you can be at. It brings you back to what Call of Duty used to be, and I really like this map. Definitely, that's why it's at number 2. I definitely think that it has a good balance. Once again, that middle building is pretty much where all the fighting goes on. The long hallway. It's fun on Domination, and I'm not even a Domination fan, but this is one of the maps that I played on, and I really enjoyed playing Domination here. So that's why Retaliation is at number 2. Moving on to number 1, I have Throwback. So it was really hard to decide between Retaliation and Throwback for number 1. But I decided to go with Throwback because you have that train track down the middle of the map that really splits things up. It has a nice flow, the left, right, and middle of the map. It's really nice, and I enjoy that. I like that there are long lines of sights, there are close quarters combat. Definitely the best map that I think they did design-wise and flow-wise. I think it's really, really nice. Once again, if you could hold down the middle of the map, you have control of everything. The train tracks, if you can hold that down, you have control, and I think that is really crucial in a lot of these maps, which is good, and that's fine and all. But yeah, that's why I have Throwback at number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Twitter and Facebook should be down in the description as always. Please remember to like and subscribe. Can we get this video to 8 likes? If we could do that, that would be awesome. And once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways, guys, deuces.